Okay, so today for our review, we have 9 times 9 plus 5 in parentheses. So, when you do 9 times 9, you get 81. Plus 5 is 86. You do this because of the order of operations, which is PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply or division, which can be switched around, and whatever one comes first, adding and subtracting.
Alright, so this is problem number 2. It's 1 plus 4 minus 4. So, because addition comes before the subtraction, you do 1 plus 4, which is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. Alright, this is problem number 3, which is 5 times 4 divided by 1 squared plus 8. So, in the orders of operation, P goes first, which is parentheses. So in the parentheses, you see the exponent. 1 times 1 equals 1. So, erase that. Division goes before addition. So, 4 divided by 1 equals 4. And then you add 4 plus 8 equals 12. So now that we're done with all the stuff in the parentheses, we're going to go to the multiplication. 12 times 5 equals 60.
Okay, so now to problem number 4. You do the parentheses first, and the whole problem is parentheses, so it's not really a problem. Then you look at exponents. 8 squared is 8 times 8, and 8 times 8 equals 64.
No, it's fine. I zoomed in.
From there, we look to see if we have any multiplication or division. We don't have any, so we just start at the beginning. 5 minus 64 is negative 59. Negative 59 plus 6 is negative 53. And negative 53 minus 1 equals negative 54.
Okay, number 5. PEMDAS, start out with parentheses, 6 divided by 9, which is 2/3, 6/9, whatever you want to put it as. No more parentheses, exponents, 2 squared. 2 times 2 equals 4. Multiplying division. 4 divided by 2/3 is 6. Goes 4 over 1 divided by 2 over 3. So you flip this over, so it becomes 3 over 2. And then it's 12 over 2, which is 6. Then you have 6 minus 5, which is 1.
Alright, this is problem number 6, and it's 3 plus 1 squared plus 4. So, the whole problem's in parentheses again. So, 1 times 1 equals 1. So you can take away the 2. And since all addition, we just start with the first problem. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8.
So first comes parentheses, apparently. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus, stop moving it, 7. It's not a 7. 7 equals 12. Then you do this. This is somewhat confusing. Since there's no parentheses around the -1, then you're cubing the 1 and then multiplying it times -1, so it's 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 1, times -1. Stop hitting the whiteboard! Which is equal to -1. It doesn't really matter right now, but if you're doing it like to the 4th power, it changes the entire problem. Okay. Anyway, multiplying 5 times 12. That's 60. -1 minus 60 equals -61. Okay, so this is number 8 on the worksheet thingy. So, parentheses first. It's all this. Parentheses, -2. Don't know why those are there. Okay, square it. Cube it. -2 times -2 equals 4 times -2 equals -8. Okay, then you add 5. So, -8 plus 5 is -3. Then you can go to exponents, no exponents outside the parentheses. Multiplication, division. 3 times -3 equals -9. Plus 2 equals -7. That's really messy.
9 times -2 cubed divided by 4 times 5. So, you start with the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, the first thing to come up in the order of operations is exponents. So you do -1 times 2 times 2 times 2. You do this because there is not parentheses around the -2, otherwise it would be -2 times -2 times -2. So you'll get a different answer. So -1 times 2 equals -2 times 2 equals -4 times 2 equals -8. -8. So now we move on to the next part. So we got -8, and you divide that by 4. -8 divided by 4 equals -2. And you multiply that by 5, and you get -10. Now you move outside the parentheses, so you got 9 times -10. 9 times -10 equals -90. Okay, Ethan, we're done. Eight plus 7 plus 2 minus 9 in parentheses. Problem number 9? 10. Problem number 10. 8 plus 7 equals 15 plus 2 equals 17. Since addition comes first in the
Problem.
well, addition or subtraction, whichever one shows up first in the problem goes first, I guess. So 15 plus 2 equals 7.
It doesn't really matter.
8 plus 7 equals 15, plus 2 equals 17, minus 9 equals 8. So the answer is
Equals
8.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is problem number 11. 1/3 times 2/5 divided by 2/3. The 2/3 is in parentheses, so you really don't have to bother with that. You don't really know why I did that. So in order of operation, multiplication and division is the third one. And since multiplication comes first before the division, we do that. So 1/3 times 2/5, you go across. 1 times 2 equals 2. 3 times 5 equals 15. So you get 2/15, and then you have 2/3. So divided by 2/3. So we have to find a common denominator since 3 can go into 5.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You just
You
switch
flip
it
over and multiply.
Okay, you don't have to find a common denominator. So you switch the top and the bottom. 3/2, multiply across. 2 times 3 equals 6. 15 times 2 equals 30. And you get 6/30, which can be reduced. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. And 30 divided by 6 equals 5. So your answer is 1/5.
So, problem number 12, the last problem. 4/5 minus 2/5 squared plus 1/10. So, when you look at the orders of operations, first comes parentheses, 2/5. Then followed by exponents. 2/5 to the second power is 2/5 times 2/5.
Oh my god.
So, hey, my handwriting's good. 2/5 times 2/5 equals 4/25. So now you do 4/5, taking away 4/25, so you change this, so you multiply that by 5 and that by 5 to get a common denominator. So now you're at 20/25. And 20/25, taking away 4/25 equals 16/25. Now you take 16/25 and you add 1/10. So you got to find a common denominator. So the common denominator for these two numbers is 10 and 25 is 50. So you multiply this by 2 and get 32/50ths. And 5/50ths for 1/10. Now you add them together and you get 32 plus 5 equals 37/50ths. Now,
So remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
otherwise known as PEMDAS. Parentheses,
Exponents,
multiply, or division. They either one, whichever comes first. So if
Please excuse dear
it
my
was
Aunt
4
Sally.
divided by 2 times 5, you would do the division first.
so
And then-
whatever comes first, you do that. Addition and subtraction. Good
So-
luck.
PEMDAS.
Remember, and good luck.